May go Ben and Malone, and welcome back to another episode of the NerdTalk podcast. I'm Alex, here always with Vance.
Yo!
Hi, Vance. As you all know, 2014 was quite a year. We lost a lot of good actors and actresses this past year. Last I checked, I saw a magazine article, and it said about 113 people died. You know, actors and actresses died this past year, which is quite a lot.
Just 113, Alex?
That's what the magazine said. There's probably more, but they were probably only counting like big name, kind of easily recognizable.
But if we're going for everybody that's been involved in the movie industry that's even remotely recognizable, it's around 2,398. 2,398 people, as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to pay a little homage to those actors we lost this year. Discuss some of the movies that we are aware of, some of their accolades and attributes, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know what Alex is going to bring up, who he's going to bring up, so I'll let him go first.
Yeah. My favorite actor and comedian died on August 11th. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, you weren't paying attention to the news or our earlier podcasts, because I'm talking about Robin Williams. And, it's really funny because my parents and my siblings make fun of me for the how much I miss him. My dad's like, you never even met him. He doesn't know who you are. Like, why would you miss him? But Robin Williams was literally a part of my childhood. And he was always a part of my life. And losing him was like losing like an uncle or a distant uncle, something like that. It just hurt. And
Alex finds it hard to explain things.
Yeah.
But we do understand what you're saying. Robin Williams made some of the funniest and greatest movies I had ever watched. One of the first Robin Williams movie I watched was Flubber, and then I watched Miss Doubtfire. And, that was the moment I realized Robin Williams was probably my favorite actor.
Yeah. I actually watched, there's a movie called What Dreams May Come.
Oh.
If you've heard of that movie, which...
Why you gotta bring this up, Alex? Why you gotta bring it up?
Because I just watched it, like, last week. And, my dad and I watched it last week. And if you don't know the premise of the movie... Basically, Robin Williams' character dies, goes to heaven. First he loses his two children in a car accident. Then he dies in a car accident. And his wife gets depression. She gets, like, severe depression because she lost both her husband and her two kids. Robin Williams is in heaven. His wife, Annie, can't take the pain anymore, so she kills herself. Now, the rules of heaven... The afterlife basically say that if she kills herself, she cannot get to heaven. She will go straight to hell. And it's not, the way the movie explains it, it's not like any like grave sin, commit suicide, but humans aren't supposed to take their own lives. They're messing with the laws of nature. The movie isn't like, it's not religious at all. The only religious aspects of it are the concept of heaven and hell. Everything else, it's just the afterlife. There's no, it's not like a blatantly religious movie, so it's not bashing anybody who commits suicide. It's just saying that if you commit suicide, you're going against laws of nature. But it does show sympathy for people that commit suicide. And basically, Robin Williams' character is like, well, she may be in hell, but I'm going to go get her. I'm going to bring her back to heaven because I can't live, quote unquote, live without her.
Right.
But going to hell is, impossible. Because nobody's ever gone there, no one's ever gotten back. And the whole movie is basically him trying to get his wife back. And watching that movie was really painful because, well, Robin Williams committed suicide. So it was just like, that could actually be where he is now. And that's just sad because he was awesome.
Alex, that ad is back. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think it records like my entire Skype screen. And off to the right, there's an advertisement for Hearthstone that keeps popping up. And I keep clicking, not relevant, but it keeps coming back. It's annoying.
Is there any way you could like edit over it in the final stages, or should we just let it go and hope we don't get sued?
Dude, I can't even create a thumbnail.
All right, let's just let it go and hope we don't get sued. And if someone does bring it up, we'll just say that it was against our wishes.
All right. So an actor that I want to discuss is probably one of the most influential of my childhood besides Robin Williams, and that is the voice actor for Scooby-Doo's human best friend, Shaggy, Kasem.
And Scooby himself.
Oh, he voiced Scooby too, yeah.
Yeah. He voiced Scooby, Shaggy, and Fred.
That's right. So yeah, Casey Kasem did unfortunately die this year. And not only was he the voice actor in Scooby-Doo, he was also in Ghostbusters.
Casey Kasem was not in Ghostbusters, was he?
According to the IMDb page, he was.
I mean, I know we lost a Ghostbusters actor this year, but I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Crap, I forgot about him.
Casey Kasem was in Ghostbusters? What?
I'm looking this up right now.
Yeah, because I don't believe
very
you.
Professional.
Well, I just don't believe. You're right. He was in Ghostbusters. What?
What role did he play?
I don't know because I didn't know he was in Ghostbusters. This is insane. He's probably like a really, really minor role, which is why I don't. Oh, he played Casey Kasem. He played himself. It's probably like being a radio personality on that show or something. But I didn't. Now I gotta watch Ghostbusters again just to try to find him.
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
That's fascinating.
That is. You learn something new every day.
All right. Well, anyway, yeah, Casey Kasem, as Vance said, did unfortunately pass away.
And here's the thing: when the world learned that he had passed, I could not get onto Facebook without scrolling down, and every time I would scroll down, I would always see a picture of Scooby-Doo crying, saying "R.I.P. Shaggy."
Dude, don't say that. Don't bring that up. That brings me feels.
And as many times as I saw that, it always gave me feels.
I cried. I think I openly cried when I saw that picture.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Who doesn't? That's just...
I mean, and if anything, you should know that Casey Kasem, holds a special place in my heart because I like to do Shaggy impersonations.
And you did very good Shaggy impersonations, too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But, oh, man, okay. Like Sonic Scoob. But...
That's the only line you can do. Everything else...
No, I can do actual lines. That's always the first one that pops into my mind when someone asks, "Hey, do you Shaggy impersonation?" I just always go with the default zoinks.
Right, yeah.
But because of Casey Kasem, I have a sort of interest in doing voice work because I think it'd be really cool to do that.
And I'm the same way. I've gotten interested into voice work, like you, for not really for TV because how am I gonna get stuff there?
Yeah.
But I've been looking around on the internet, because a lot of indie developers need voice actors. So.
Mm-hmm. I was really, really upset when I found out Casey Kasem died. I'm still kind of upset about that, to be honest. Not as upset as I am about Robin Williams. So is that all we got with Casey Kasem?
That's all I can think of. I mean. Okay.
Also, I forget. See, this year goes by so fast that you forget when things happen. I think it was over the summer. Richard Attenborough died, and for those of you who don't know that name, he played John Hammond in the Jurassic Park movie. He died not too long, like a couple months ago.
What?
You didn't know that the guy that played John Hammond died in real life?
No, I did not.
Dude, we talked about this. At least I'm pretty sure we did.
You did?
We were talking about Jurassic World and how it's going to be pretty good, and then I said, nope, wait, no we didn't, because that was on a Facebook comment. Never mind. Scratch that. Reverse that. We didn't say anything about this at all. But yeah, he died.
Huh.
I think I'm fairly certain, like 100% sure, that his character died in the movies anyway. John Hammond died in the third one? Second one? I know he died in the second book, but I don't know if he dies in the movies. I'm pretty sure he did. So, I mean, like, his death has no impact, obviously, on the Jurassic Park movies because he isn't even in Jurassic World at all. But, you know, a Jurassic Park movie without John Hammond is just going to be really weird.
Right.
Because he's the one that, you know, created the park and had the idea for it. But yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah. So one that I want to talk about is Philip Seymour Hoffman. So most of you probably know him as the second gameskeeper that we meet in the Hunger Games series. Unfortunately, I think he passed before the second movie released.
No, he passed after the second movie released.
Yeah.
He passed before. No, wait. No, he passed before Mockingjay was released, obviously.
Right.
Or was finished filming or something like that. I know that they have to use a computer-generated image of Philip Seymour Hoffman in the movie.
Right.
That's all I know. Yeah. Continue on.
Well, Hoffman, to be quite honest, I don't really know a lot of Philip Seymour Hoffman movies.
Yeah, I don't either.
But just from the little bit that I saw in Catching Fire, because I still have yet to see Mockingjay, from what little I've seen in Catching Fire, he's an outstanding actor, and he plays his part really well. And, you know, I think he's going to be missed in the movie community.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I've heard he was a really good actor. Like, I've heard he's a great actor. I've just never seen any movie of his.
There was Harold Ramis.
Yeah. That's the
Ramis played what was his name?
Egan?
Yeah, Eugene Spengler in Ghostbusters. He passed away, unfortunately, before the Ghostbusters. And this is a little fun fact: the Ghostbusters actually had a little like reunion photo shoot for Entertainment Weekly about a month or two back.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, he passed before they were able to do that shoot.
Yeah.
So, and he was the one that gave the movies their scientific geeky touch because he was the scientist.
I think he was my favorite character because he was the geeky scientist kind of guy.
Right.
I liked him.
But you know, I didn't expect them to bring back the original Ghostbusters for the third movie, anyways. Considering that the third one's supposedly, according to rumors, it's supposed to be an all-female Ghostbusters team.
Hang on. Back that up. Third Ghostbusters movie?
Rumors.
That's sweet.
With an all-female cast, too.
That does not matter to me at all. All I hear is third Ghostbusters movie. It could be, they could cast like 4 dogs and I'd still go see it.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried. After Ghostbusters 2 is...
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But I mean, unfortunately, Ghostbusters is one of those franchises where you I think it's required in the nerd contract that you have to go see both Ghostbusters to even consider yourself a nerd.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters movies are good, though. I like those movies. But we're off topic now.
We are
As we always get off topic. Okay. So, we talked about Robin Williams, talked about Casey Kasem, talked about Joan Attenborough, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Harold Ramis. Another one. He's not an actor. He's a comedian. Same's. I don't know if the T in his last name is silent. I'm gonna just do it how I think it is. His name is John Pinette. If you guys know who I'm talking about.
The T is in fact silent.
Is it? That's what I thought. This guy was absolutely hilarious. I mean, this guy, he was like 400 something pounds. I'm exaggerating, but this dude's like 400 pounds. This guy was fat, but he never shamed himself for it or anything. His jokes always revolved around him being fat, and they were so funny. This guy he was great. And he died, I think it was in February. I think he died around the time Philip Seymour Hoffman died. And I was a bit crushed because, like I said, this guy was one of my favorite comedians, and I liked listening to him a lot, and knowing that he died was just kind of, I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah. Oh snap. On an earlier topic, Ghostbusters 3 is in fact confirmed.
Is it actually confirmed?
As of October 8th.
Woohoo!
Director Paul Feig is writing it with Katie Dippold. And yes, it will star hilarious women. So. Well, okay.
Okay.
Oh.
What O? Don't O. What's an O?
Paul Feig is was the director of Bridesmaids.
I haven't seen Bridesmaids, so I don't know if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
My mom seemed to like it, so.
Oh. The Heat. You ever heard of The Heat?
Dude, I love that movie.
Feig.
Don't you?
Feig Dippold wrote for that movie.
Oh, so Ghostbusters gonna be pretty good then. Sweet. Don't you be talking crap about The Heat, dude. I'll beat you up.
I'm not talking crap about The Heat. I'm building up hype because the writer for Ghostbusters 3 was the writer for The Heat.
It's gonna be a good
movie. Which was
movie.
also directed by Paul Feig.
Oh yeah, so there's nothing to worry about. The Heat was great. Yeah. The Heat is hilarious.
Melissa McCarthy would be a spectacular Ghostbuster. Melissa McCarthy would be an awesome Ghostbuster.
Dude, she totally would.
We are way off topic.
No, we're not. Because what's the topic for this? Dead people. What are we talking about? Dead people. We're still good. Okay, now I'm just imagining Melissa McCarthy as a Ghostbuster. And I'm not thinking of, the Molly from Mike and Molly. I'm thinking about the Melissa McCarthy, who always swears and is like an alcoholic. And oh, that's great.
Bill Murray actually revealed who he would like to see star in the third flick. His picks were Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Linda Cardellini, and Emma Stone.
That would not be a bad cast.
Yeah.
Actually, there's rumors that, because I was just reading up on it on IMDb, that Bill Murray, his character Peter Venkman, is going to return as a ghost.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
That would. Especially if he helped the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
There was also a Dan Aykroyd when back in the 90s when they were working on the second one. There was plans to put the Ghostbusters in hell.
Huh.
So that's also like a potential plot for the third one.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, we're still on topic, but we're not, completely.
We're still talking about dead people.
Exactly. I had another actor or somebody. Oh, okay. So you've seen Night at the Museum, right? The first one.
Yeah.
Remember the short little old dude?
Yeah.
Really aggressive dude. The guy that played him died.
Really?
Yeah, Mickey Rooney. He's dead.
Oh yeah, that was Mickey Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've actually adopted a line, like a kind of catchphrase from that character. When he fights Ben Stiller, he goes, "You want to fight butterscotch?" And I call people butterscotch now because I just thought that was so funny.
Alex, you call me butterscotch, and when I come to Ohio, I will punch you in your face for as many times as you call me butterscotch.
Bring it on, butterscotch.
That's one.
You don't threaten me, butterscotch.
Alex, you sure about that?
Dude, I am not threatened by you at all.
I'm pretty sure last time I was in Ohio, I kicked your ass.
I don't think that happened, Vance. I think you're making that up.
I'm not making that up. I know it happened.
Vance, challenge accepted.
Bring it on, bro.
All right.
I will keep a tally. And when I come to Ohio, I will punch you for as many times as you call me butterscotch, and I don't care if I go to jail.
Whatever, butterscotch.
That's 2.
That's 3. Learn to count.
Learn to be polite.
You
leprechaun.
That's it? Just you leprechaun? That's your...
I was trying to think of something else, and then I was like, crap, I don't have anything else.
That's such a terrible insult. I'm a leprechaun. I'm also Irish, so I don't know what you're trying to accomplish through that.
I'll think it's something.
Eventually. Okay, Vance. Okay. Well, I think that's all we have for dead people.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I guess this isn't really a nerdy one or anything, but I guess Shirley Temple died.
Oh yeah.
Who that is? She was a big child actor in the 1950s, 1940s actually.
Yeah. She was adorable.
And then she got old.
And yeah, she got old and like she didn't like. I'm not gonna say that she didn't do anything because I'm pretty sure she like worked with charities or whatever. She was very influential. Yeah, she was very into politics. She served as U.S. ambassador to Ghana and Czechoslovakia from like the 1960s and onward. So I mean, like she did, stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Joan Rivers died.
Not gonna lie, I'm like, it's just like whatever. Joan Rivers was kind of, and I don't want to start a flame war on the internet because that happens, but she was not, and I don't care what any newspaper or tabloid or anything says, she was not a nice person.
No, she wasn't.
So like when people are like, and that's the thing that I hate about when people die, is all of a sudden you try to like glorify them and try to make them out to be this person that they're not. It's like, stop. All right, just stop. Because she wasn't really what the media is now trying to portray her as. She just wasn't. And I'm sick and tired of people trying to make bad people out to be these perfect little saints now that they're dead because they just feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't like that. And I will be the first to admit that my favorite people, people that I've idolized that have died, have had their flaws,
Everyone has.
So I'm not trying to be like all hoity-toity, high and mighty above everybody, because I try to see people that I already didn't like for their flaws. Everyone that I like that has died, or even is still alive today, has their flaws, and I'll be the first to admit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when you said Joan Rivers, I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not trying to downplay her success. I don't even know what she did, to be honest. Like, what was she? I know she was a comedian.
A TV show host, or a daytime TV talk show host.
Like, I get that she had fans. People, really do miss her or whatever. But I just don't feel it. Totally forgot that she had died, to be honest.
Yeah, well, she honestly, I don't think really did anything notable. I mean, I don't know how people I don't know how she's so, famous, but
I'm pretty sure she was a stand-up comedian, and she, was she a host of Entertainment Weekly or Entertainment Tonight? I think she was.
I think she was the host of The View, that women's talk show.
Oh. Yeah. Well, for those to all you Joan Rivers fans, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that she died. It's never fun.
Dude, she died like way early this year.
No, she didn't. She died 2 or 3 weeks after Robin Williams did.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
I thought I saw stuff about Joan Rivers dying like before Robin Williams died.
No, that's a hoax if you saw that. She died. Robin Williams died first, and then some guy on Tumblr got all upset because Robin Williams died, and I understand that. But then Joan Rivers died, and he's like, okay, how many comedians do we have to lose this year? She died 2 or 3 weeks after Robin Williams did.
Ah, my bad then.
Yeah. Okay. So is that all for Dead Celebrities?
I think that just about does it.
Is this our last episode of the season?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, forget I said that. Okay. So.
Actually, hold on. Let me think.
We could wait till after. Nah, never mind.
Yeah, we'll wait until afterward. We'll discuss it later. I think we only have 2 episodes left.
Oh, wow. Fascinating.
So, there are any actors or actresses that died this year that you really miss and you really, really love, that we didn't talk about, then leave them down in the comments down below. And let's hope that we don't lose any more comedians this year.
They've only got a couple weeks left. How many can we pack in 3 weeks? I'm kidding.
Alex, you just jinxed it.
Watch. Benedict Cumberbatch is gonna die, and I'm just gonna look. Patrick Stewart's gonna die, and I'm gonna curl up.
Now that you said that, people are gonna find Jim Carrey dead. Thank you so much.
We're gonna find Ian McKellen dead, and I'm just gonna be like, nope, I'm out of here.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Exactly.
And if you don't know who Ian McKellen is, no.
If you don't know who Ian McKellen is, I cannot believe that you're listening to a podcast about nerds.
Yeah. But since I am gracious, I will tell you who Ian McKellen is. He is Gandalf.
And Magneto. Do not downplay Magneto.
And Magneto. My bad. Sorry, forgot about him. And Patrick Stewart was Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Not just was, he is.
He is Jean-Luc Picard and Professor Charles Xavier, correct?
Yep, Charles Xavier. Professor X.
Professor X.
All right, guys.
And,
I think that does it.
It's kind of weird because, Ian McKellen plays Magneto. Stewart plays Xavier. They're supposed to be bitter enemies, but they're actually best of friends IRL. Okay,
you did not just call Xavier and Magneto bitter enemies. You did not just say that to me in my face. You didn't. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. I did not say
bitter enemies.
You just did. You said bitter enemies.
I said they're supposed to be enemies.
You said they're supposed to be bitter enemies.
I heard you. Bitter. I did not say bitter.
Listen, okay, when you're done, listen to this section of the podcast, and you'll see how wrong you are. And I'll argue about this after we finish recording.
Okay, well, let me rephrase my argument then. I did not mean to say bitter, if I said bitter at all.
Okay.
I did not mean to say bitter.
What was that?
That was my home phone. We need to end this now.
Okay.
All right. So, like I said, if there are any actors or actresses that we lost this year that we didn't talk about but you really miss, leave them down in the comments down below, and we read your comments. We really do. If you would leave them.
Vince finally calls out the problem. I've been tiptoeing past that for weeks, and then all of a sudden just
erupts. I cry myself to sleep every night. So thank you all so much for watching, if you enjoyed this week's podcast that completely derailed, and then re-railed, and has now derailed again, then consider leaving a rating, and maybe even consider subscribing. It would really help us out a lot. 'Cause like I said, I cry myself to sleep every night.
And I laugh at Vance's pain, so.
Because Alex is a douche.
Yeah, I kind of am.
Jelly bean-headed leprechaun piece of crap.
Alright, I'm not mad at that insult. I'm actually surprised at the creativity of that insult, but I'm trying to figure out where you get jelly bean-headed.
I'm not even sure.
Because I've never been called jelly bean-headed, so, I mean, like... It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh my god. We need to end this now. We need to end it now. So thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next week, whenever, because we're lazy and procrastinate for next week's podcast. And until next time, my friends, stay nerdy.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.